So, got my Blue Jay hat, a Blue Jay shirt. Yeah, this is an old logo. And I haven't made a sports video in a very long time. And this is going to be my first sports video. And it's going to be baseball. So the MLB came back Thursday night, right? With the Yankees in Washington, Nationals. And later that night, LA Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants. Um, and then Friday, the rest of the teams had their opening day. Delayed opening day, let's say. Alright? And there's been new rules for this season. One is a second base at the beginning of extra innings, starting the 10th inning. No pitchers hitting in both leagues, so DH for the National League is implemented for this season. New playoff format, 8 teams in each league now in the playoffs. So instead of having 2 wildcard teams, making it 5, you're going to have 5 wildcard teams. And how it goes is, it's not actually based on wildcard, be honest with you. It's based on 2 top teams in the division, kind of like hockey. Hockey, they have 4 divisions and 2 conferences. The top 3 teams in each division make the playoffs, and the last 2 teams battle out in the seeds for 7th and 8th. That's technically the wild card. That's what baseball's going to do. Baseball, the top 2 teams in the division, 3 divisions, get a playoff spot. So the first 2 teams in the East of both leagues get the playoff spot. Same in the Central, same in the West. You get my point. And then the last 2 teams battle out for the 2 wildcard spots, making 8. But here's the interesting thing. If you're 7th and 8th, you don't get to play a home game at all. Like it matters because there's no fans. But you don't play a home game at all. If you're 8th seed, you play the number 1 seed in your league. All 3 games, you're playing away. So home has the advantage in the bottom of the 9th, bottom of the 10th. If you're away team and you have the lead, home team still has the advantage. Still has the advantage. If you're losing in the bottom of the 9th, to come back and win in every game. That's how it's going to be. So it's going to go from and I believe it's 2 out of 3, right? 2 out of 3. So you got 4 series. And then 4 series. So 16 teams will make the playoffs. And if you think about AL East, you think the New York Yankees are the favorites. The Yankees should be the favorites. And I think they go battle out with Tampa Bay and Boston. But Boston period doesn't have any pitching. And Baltimore, Toronto maybe could give some teams some trouble. They could give some teams in the East trouble. They should be a better team this year than they were last year because their pitching is improved and they're younger. Who knows? So in the Central, Minnesota is the favorite. Don't count out Cleveland. Chicago, don't count out Chicago. Kansas City, upwards. And Detroit, not the favorites there. In the West, Houston just suffered a big blow, losing Verlander for the whole year. Just today, Verlander's out for the whole year. And now their only ace pitcher is Zach Greinke. Remember, Garrett Cole left. So they just have Greinke now. That's a huge blow. They have to battle out. They're still a favorite. Texas, you don't know if they improve. Anaheim's improved. The California Angels. Oakland, maybe it's team. Then you got who else? Oh yeah, the Texas, Oakland, Angels. They're gonna battle out for the second spot. Houston's still the favorite. But the other team, who's the other team? The Seattle Mariners. Yeah, they're gonna be building most, so they're gonna most likely not favor. So my 8 teams, I'm predicting the NL and the AL. I'm gonna go with the Yankees, Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Cleveland, Houston, Angels. I predict their offense. Those are my 6 teams. The 2 wildcard teams, I'm gonna go with Chicago and Oakland. And the NL, right? We got the NL Central is NL East is very strong. We got Atlanta, Philly, Mets, Marlins are out of it, but yeah. Atlanta, Phillies, Mets, and the Nationals. Four of those strong teams are very well good, and they're going to battle each other out in a 60-game season. You don't know. The Nationals won the World Series last year, so they're still their favorites. You got to beat them. Atlanta should be good. The Mets should be better this year than they were last year. Philly should be a better team this year than they were last year. They added Zach Wheeler, Didi Gregorius, okay, Andrew McCutcheon. It should be a better team. The Braves, Mets, okay. Marlins should be a little better. They added some little bit of veterans like Jonathan Villar, but they're not the favorite. In the Central, you got Milwaukee, the Cubs, St. Louis, Cincinnati, and yeah, Pittsburgh. Okay, so Milwaukee may be the favorites, but I think Cincinnati might be the favorites here. I'm going Cincinnati in my wild card here as the favorites to win the Central. I really like the additions we made of Michael Sauskas, Nick Caliastos in the outfield. Their pitching has been better last year with Luis Castillo. Have Trevor Bauer. Their pitching is much better. I wouldn't be surprised if Cincinnati wins the division or at least gets a playoff spot. I mean, St. Louis is always good, even though those seem like marquee players, but they have Paul Goldschmidt. The Cubs, yeah, they're not as good as they once were. Milwaukee, who knows? Pittsburgh, they're still an up-and-coming team. And the rest, you got the Dodgers are the favorite, obviously. Padres should be better this year than they were last year. I mean, they got a very good young team. They got a good young pitchers. Got core nucleus of Tatis, Machado, whatever. They added Tommy Pham as a veteran presence to help out. San Diego should be better than last year. I wouldn't be surprised if they're second team to win in that division. The Rockies, who knows? If they could pitch, maybe, yeah, they could do some damage. Giants would be a little better, but I don't see them being better than San Diego or the Dodgers. Arizona, maybe Arizona could surprise some teams. So in the NL, it's a little bit more difficult. So I see Washington making it in the NL, in the NL East. Washington. I can see Philly making it, and in the Central, I can see Cincinnati and Milwaukee. In the West, the Dodgers and San Diego. Yeah, okay. And then my two wildcard teams there, I would see Atlanta. And the Cubs. So those are my predictions. Who's going to make the playoffs in this new revamped playoff system just for this year? 16 teams, 8 in each league. Hopefully the season doesn't have any issues and finishes in September and finishes the playoffs in October and the World Series in October. And hopefully have a spring training in March next year for next season. So thank you, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your predictions, but who's gonna make the playoffs? Even put World Series favorites. I'm not gonna do that because I'll do that for playoff predictions. So once again, thank you, like, subscribe, and comment below.